Hello guys, and welcome back to another video, and I am back. It's been a while. By a while I mean 2 days. So it's been 2 days since my last video, and today I plan on previewing the Columbus Blue Jackets 2021-22 season. The Columbus Blue Jackets are an interesting team this year in that they've gotten rid of a lot of guys, gotten rid of a lot of people, brought in a lot of draft picks, new faces, young faces. And a lot of people have them at the bottom, and I think I do as well, but I wouldn't be surprised necessarily to see this team. I don't think they'll make the playoffs, but do better than we expect them to be. But let's get straight into this preview, starting off with how they've done in their last 3 seasons. In 2018-19, they were coming out, they were finally looking like a good team. I don't know if they went, I forget what year they went all in, but they went 47-31-4, finished 5th in the Metro, and they got out in the second round. And that was, of course, the year that they upset the Tampa Bay Lightning. 2019-20, they went 33-22-15. They finished 4th out of 8 in the Metro. They obviously won in the qualifying round, and they lost in the first round. And then this past season, 2020-2021, they did worse than everybody thought. They went 18-26-12, finished 7th out of 8 in the, what division was it? I want to say the Central. It was the one, yeah, the Central Division. They finished 7th out of 8, and they did not make the playoffs. So last season, what went wrong? Well, their last season stats actually says everything went wrong. So, goals for per game. They had 2.39 per game, which is 28th in the league, so they didn't score a lot of goals. And goals against, they had 3.9 average per game, which is 24th in the league, which means they also didn't score a lot of goals. So when you don't score and you let in a lot of goals, you're not going to be very good. On the power play, after acquiring Laine and Roslovic, mainly Laine, they still did not have a good power play. At 15.4%, they were 27th in the league. And on the penalty kill, 78.9, 20th in the league. So they're bottom half in the league in every single analytic that I have written on here. Their projected lines this season, though, after making some moves, I don't hate their lineup. I actually think they could surprise some people. Not a playoff team, though, I don't think. So their first line on offense, they have Patrick Laine, Jack Roslovic, and Bjorkstrand. So, Laine, he needs to bounce back. That's it. He just needs to bounce back. This last season was rough year. You got Roslovic, who is the best player in that Winnipeg Columbus trade so far. Roslovic's been the best player. And Roslovic, though, I don't think he's a first-line center. He's not a first-line center, so I don't think he should be on the first line. They have a hole in that center position for sure. And then on the right wing, they got Bjorkstrand. So this does actually, I think it has the possibility to be a fine first line. But you're depending on Laine bouncing back. Maybe Roslovic stepping up and Bjorkstrand playing good again. Second line, Nyquist, Boone-Jenner, and Voracek. So Nyquist, I don't know much about him. Boone-Jenner, definitely not a second-line center. And Voracek is actually a good player, but he has a high cap hit. Yeah, he's about a second liner, but this second line is weaker than you'd want it. Third line, Texier, Curley, and Bemstrom. Texier, young. You're hoping he breaks through this year. I don't think he did as much as people wanted last year. Curley, I don't know. This is third line. It's not the greatest third line. Really, if I look at their points last year, they have some young guys. Bemstrom's young as well, so they need those two to break through. But Curley, he's not the greatest. And then on the fourth line, I actually don't hate it. They got Robinson, Stenlund, and Shinnikov. All right, moving on to their defense, their first-line defense, who they just paid lots of money to Werenski, and Boquist is their first defense. I actually don't hate this first pairing. I think this first pairing's fine. I like Boquist. I don't know why Chicago gave up on him so young. That trade for Seth Jones was an absolute win for Columbus, especially considering the amount of money that Chicago ended up paying him. If that's what Seth Jones wanted, then good thing they got him out. But Werenski, that contract could still be good. I mean, he started off rough last year, but then he really bounced back and came through for the second half of that season. And Boquist is only 21. He's still really young, and I'm sure they want to see how he does. On that second pairing, on Cat Friendly, you have... Oh, God, this name's spelt weird. All right, correct me. I might butcher this name. Gorikov and Peak. I don't know much about these two defensemen. Their defensive numbers were okay. I'll just move on to the third pairing because I know more about their third pairing than their second pairing. Jake Bean and Kukin. So Bean is only 23. It's not too late. He could still break through. I like him as a third pairing defenseman. Maybe he'll even move up to the second pairing if he takes that step forward. And Kukin, who's a decent third pairing option. So that's fine third pairing. I don't think their defense is bad. I think their offense is the main problem right now. But obviously they drafted like 3 centers in the first round of this draft, so that center position should be fixed eventually. On goaltending, for some reason Cap Friendly has Korpisalo on as the starter, but I think Merzlikins as the starter, I think many people do. They're both 27. Merzlikins last year put up a .916 save percentage in 28 games. And he's been putting up good numbers. And this is on a bad Columbus team as well that he put up good numbers. And then Korpisalo put up an .894 save percentage in 33 games. So I think this might be his second year in a row on a downfall. And mentioning the scratches, just because I do. Liam Foudy, young player. Hoffman, not the Hoffman you're thinking of, and Harrington. As for my prediction for Columbus in the Metro, it's got to be 8th at the end of the day. Even though I said I think that they can do better than what people expect, I still got to say 8th. I don't think they're ready to take that next step, and they probably won't be for another couple of years. But hey, thank you if you are still watching this video, and you might want to stick around a little longer because that intro I have is banging. You know, the song, it took me like 2 seconds to put it together. I just searched up not copyright music, you know, and threw it on a clip of some person dancing. I don't know, but it's amazing. Anyway, thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Loud.